LeBron James is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, NBA players of all time, and throughout his career, he's accumulated a total of 4 championships. So in today's video, we're going to try and win LeBron his 5th championship before he retires. We will be starting off in the beginning of the 25-26 season. That gives us a little bit more time to play with LeBron before he retires, and as of right now, this here will be our 9-man rotation. So in the starting lineup, we have ourselves Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Marcus Smart, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton. Then off the bench, we have Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Luke Kennard, and Jake LaRavia. Of course, we are going to be pulling off trades to build the perfect team around LeBron to win him another championship, but for now, this is how we're going to be rolling with things. Let's go ahead and simulate the first few games to see how we do. The first game is up against the Golden State Warriors. We end up losing to 105-94. LeBron played amazing, so did Luka, but sadly we fall short. Can we at least win one game in this first week? Let's see. And we do go on to defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Sacramento Kings, 123-113 against the Timberwolves. Luka had himself 30 and 12, LeBron with 26, 10, and 6. We scored 136 points here against Sacramento Kings, Luka with 30, 26 from Reeves, and 20 from LeBron James. We are rolling with a 4-star overall system proficiency, pace and space under JJ Redick. And now I'm going to see you all at the trade deadline, where we will be stopping to pull off some trades to upgrade our roster. But before that, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 10K this summer, and it's definitely possible with your guys' support, so please make sure you subscribe. And don't forget, like the video and hype the video. I have stopped here way before the trade deadline, and that's because I want to upgrade our backcourt. Currently, we have Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves as our starting guards, and offensively, they're a really good duo, but defensively, not so much. And in our starting lineup, we don't really have good defenders, so trading away Austin Reeves and bringing in a good defender should be able to help out our team a ton, and that's why we're going to have to move on from Austin Reeves. Let's see what we could get back in return for him. And we have just hit the jackpot. The Houston Rockets are offering us Amen Thompson, one of the best defensive guards in the entire NBA, for Austin Reeves and Dalton Knecht. Amen Thompson's one of the best guards. He can score when we need him to. He's a good rebounder and playmaker. At first, I was eyeing this trade here with the Pistons, where they were offering us his brother, Ausar Thompson, but I decided to see which other trade offers are available, and lo and behold, we're able to bring in Amen Thompson. So I'm going to go ahead and pull off this trade with the Houston Rockets, sending them Austin Reeves and Dalton Knecht for Amen Thompson and Steven Adams. And honestly, I feel like that's a win-win for both teams. We've seen how the Rockets were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. They did not have much help offensively, but now they're going to have that with Austin Reeves. We are stopped here at the trade deadline, and currently our team is the number 1 seed with 38 wins and 11 losses. There is a few trades I was planning on making. One of them was upgrading the center position and moving on from DeAndre Ayton. But the problem is, no team wants to trade for him, so it looks like we're going to have to keep him as a starting center. But the small forward is another position I do want to upgrade. Marcus Smart is a really good defender, but his offense has really been hurting our team. He's shooting 39% from the field, 32% from the 3-point line. So that's a position we're going to look to upgrade. We could either trade for a shooting guard or a small forward. That's because Amen Thompson could play the 2 or 3. We could change his positions around, but now let's see what we could bring in for Marcus Smart. After taking a look at all the trade offers, I like this trade here most with the Philadelphia 76ers. That brings us Quentin Grimes and Justin Edwards. Quentin Grimes is averaging about 11 points per game. He's a good perimeter defender, and he's shooting 37% from the 3-point line. He'll be our brand new starting shooting guard, and this way we can make Amen Thompson our 3. Plus, we also get Justin Edwards, who's shooting about 37% from the 3-point line, averaging 7 points per game. We are going to be sending the 76ers Marcus Smart, Maxi Kleber, and our 2026 first-round pick. Let's go ahead and pull off this trade. I know that I said we were not going to be trading away DeAndre Ayton, but honestly, I like this trade here a lot. We did not have this trade offer earlier, but we do have it now. We could bring in Robert Williams III. He's on an expiring contract, and so is DeAndre Ayton, and we get rid of Jared Vanderbilt's $37 million contract. We also get Vic Krejci, and in my opinion, Robert Williams III is a way better player than DeAndre Ayton, so let's go ahead and pull off this trade. And now our starting lineup is looking like some real championship contenders. We have ourselves Luka Doncic, Quentin Grimes, Thompson, LeBron James, and Robert Williams III. Rob Will is a way better defender than DeAndre Ayton, plus he's a better rebounder as well. So now let's go ahead and simulate until the end of this season, where hopefully we can go on to win ourselves a championship. At contract extension day, Rui Hachimura does want to sign a contract extension with our team, and he's been balling out. He's averaging 13 points per game on 50, 40, 74 shooting splits. So I am going to go ahead and re-sign him to a 3-year contract, paying him about $7.6 million annually. There is only one game remaining to our season, and Luka Doncic is a runner-up to winning MVP. Let's see if he could go on to win that award. And yes, he can. So Luka Doncic ends this season as the MVP, averaging 29 points per game, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, 1.5 steal on 50, 44, 79 shooting splits. And that is what I'm talking about. Cooper Flagg goes on to win Rookie of the Year, Kobe White 6-Man, Wemby Defensive Player, Buzelis Most Improved, Devin Booker winning Clutch Player, Chris Finch Coach of the Year, and we go on to win Executive of the Year. Of course, MVP Luka Doncic makes it on an all-NBA first team. Will we have any more awards here? Let's find out. We do also land Amen Thompson on all-defensive second team. Let's go. And we ended this season as a number 2 seed. I thought we ended as a number 1 seed, but it looks like the Minnesota Timberwolves did end up passing us. But still, we won 60 games and lost only 22. After the trade deadline, we did start losing a lot more games, and that's because our 3-point percentage has went down a ton. At first, we were shooting the 3-point ball pretty well, but in the second half of the season, not so much. And now, before we start simulating the playoffs, let's go ahead and take a look at player stats. So Luka Doncic was our leading scorer, averaging 29 points per game, 20 from LeBron James, 5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. 16 points from Thompson, 13 from Rui, and 11 from Quentin Grimes. And for team stats, we did have a 7th best offensive rating. What about defensive rating? We were the 2nd best defensive team in the league, which is pretty impressive. 2nd best point differential as well. And now in the first round of the playoffs, we're taking on the Golden State Warriors, who have themselves Stephen Curry, DeAnthony Melton, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Kristaps Porzingis. If you did not watch my latest video, I did win Curry 6 championships, so go check it out on my channel. But now let's see how we do here in the playoffs. Alrighty, I have fixed up player minutes. Let's go ahead and see how we do here in game 1. We do go on to lose game 1 here, 125-99. LeBron played good, and so did Luka. Well, never mind. Luka shot 4 of 15 from the field. LeBron did kind of struggle as well, only shooting about 40% from the field. Hopefully, we're able to pick things up here in game 2. And we also go on to lose game 2, 123-113. Okay, LeBron had 27, 19 from Rob. But Luka Doncic struggling once again here. He had 10 turnovers. Whoa, what is going on here? Curry somehow is locking up Luka Doncic. If we go down 3-0, that's going to be really tough to come back from. And we do go on to win game 3, thankfully, 116-96. Luka had himself 28, and there we go. Finally, Luka has a game where he actually played well, thankfully. LeBron did kind of struggle here, but he still had himself a 14-point double-double. Game number 4, we do end up tying up the series, winning game 4, 108-101. LeBron with 37, 10, and 8, Luka with 20 and 15 from Amen Thompson. And we also go on to win game 5, and yes, we can. We go on to win here, 119-107. Luka had himself 44 points in 40 minutes, 18 and 11 from Thompson, 17, 7, and 10 from LeBron James. Can we close things out here in game 6? Let's jump into Simcast and see what happens. The Warriors will have home court advantage, and it looks like we are going to be eliminating the Golden State Warriors. Luka had himself 28-point double-double, 26 from LeBron, 19 and 11 from Thompson. And this here is where things may get difficult. We're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder here in the second round, and they have themselves Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein. And their bench unit is stacked as well, maybe one of the most stacked teams in the league. Let's see how things go here. We do go on to win game 1 by 1 single point. Luka had a triple-double, 25 from LeBron and 16 from Rui. And Rui has been struggling here in the playoffs. 29% from the 3-point line. Hopefully he's able to pick things up. We also go on to win game 2. Luka dropping 40 points, 29 from LeBron and 13 from Rui. We are up 2-0, but the Golden State Warriors were also up 2-0, and then we won 4 games in a row. Hopefully that does not happen again. That would really suck. And thankfully we do go on to win game 3, 137-122. Luka had himself 39 and 10, 21 from Grimes and 21 from LeBron James. How has Thompson been playing? He's playing pretty well, averaging about 15 points per game here in the playoffs. LeBron is averaging 24 and Luka is averaging 29, 8 and 8. And that there will put us up 3-0. Can we sweep the Oklahoma City Thunder? We do not sweep them. They do end up winning game 4 here, 115-111. What about gentleman sweep? And whoa, they're pushing back here. They also going to win game 5, 156 to 136. Our defense here was awful. Luka played good, but so did LeBron. But again, our defense was not there. And oh god, it looks like it's going to a game 7. They're right back in this. They tied up the series, defeating us here in game 6, 144 to 129. LeBron had 36, Luka 16, 14 assists, a lot of players in double-digit scoring, but it looks like our defense is falling apart. I have come up with a little defensive coach game plan. Will that help us close things out here in game 7? We're in a winner-go-home situation. We do have home court advantage on our side, and so far we start off the first half really strong, and thankfully we are going to close things out here in game 7, defeating the Thunder 120 to 91. Luka had 35, 11, 20 from LeBron, and 17 from Thompson. And now we're either going to have to take on the Timberwolves or the Spurs, and it will be the Minnesota Timberwolves. So in the Eastern Conference Finals, we have the New York Knicks taking on the Indiana Pacers. In the Western Conference Finals, we are taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves were the #1 seed in the Western Conference ahead of us, so this is going to be a tough matchup here. They have themselves Dante DiVincenzo, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert, with Ayo Dosunmu and Naz Reid off of their bench. Let's see how things go here. We do go on to lose game 1, 140 to 110. Whoa, they outscored us by 30 points. Game number 2, we also end up losing 126 to 113. Rui played amazing, so did Luka and LeBron, but our defense was not there. Game 3, and oh god, we are down 3-0 and we get swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves. But don't you guys worry, this video is not going to end until we win LeBron James his 5th championship. So this offseason, I'm going to pull off some big trades, bring in some help, and go out there and contend next year. But now let's see what's going to happen here in the NBA Finals. Anthony Edwards, Western Conference Finals MVP. Karl Anthony Towns, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And the Minnesota Timberwolves go on to win, with Anthony Edwards winning Finals MVP. And at least the team that eliminated us did go on to win a championship, so that means we basically lost to the best team in the league. Let's take a look at player stats here for the playoffs. We played a total of 17 games, and in those 17 games, Luka was averaging 28. LeBron at age 41 was averaging 23 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. He played amazing, but the rest of the team's defense was not there, so that's definitely going to be a category we upgrade this offseason. 14 from Thompson, 12 from Grimes, and 12 from Rui Hachimura. Before we go in the offseason, we are going to force a contract extension on LeBron James. This past season, he was paid $52 million, but we're going to act like he's ready to take a pay cut to give us more flexibility in free agency. And honestly, in real life, he probably will take a pay cut if he decides to stay with the Lakers. So we're going to pay him $25 million for this up-and-coming season, and that gives us a lot more flexibility to sign some free agents. And LeBron is already trying to retire, but of course we are going to overturn his retirement, so that means we're only going to have 1 more year with LeBron. We have to win it all this up and coming season. I'm going to go ahead and overturn a few more retirements, and then I'll see you guys either at the draft lottery or team player option. And now begs the question, do we keep JJ Redick or do we fire him and try and bring in somebody like Jason Kidd? Honestly, that's a route I'm going to go. I'm going to go ahead and fire JJ Redick here and try bringing in Jason Kidd, who already has that chemistry with Luka Doncic, and that should be able to help us get a step closer to winning a championship. Let's see if he accepts a contract, and he will. So Jason Kidd is our brand new head coach. We don't got ourselves any first round picks in the 26 drafts. Let's go ahead to team player option and see what we got to pick up here. Team player options, of course, we are going to pick up the team option for Amen Thompson, and we also will bring back Bronny James Jr. Qualifying offers, we do need to re-sign Nick Smith Jr. and Quentin Grimes, and of course I'm going to give both players a qualifying offer. Bird rights, we do have bird rights on Nick Smith Jr., and thankfully we also have it for Robert Williams, but it does not look like we're able to re-sign Quentin Grimes. And whoa, we have enough money here in free agency to bring back Austin Reeves. I'm not going to go this route, but we can spend $32 million in free agency. And before we sign some players in free agency, we're also going to free up $13 million by trading away Steven Adams to the Chicago Bulls. I'm not going to take their first round pick. That's way too much for Steven Adams, but I will take a second round pick. And now that's going to give us even more money, I believe, here in free agency. Let's see how much money we could spend. Whoa, we could spend about $38 million now. I'm going to see which signings would make most sense. We do need ourselves a brand new starting shooting guard and also a starting center. So right now we're looking for a brand new starting center and a shooting guard, and I think Jalen Duren could be that perfect player we need on this team. He currently has 13 offers. The Pistons are offering him $103 million over the next 5 seasons. We're going to go ahead. The most we could offer him is a 4-year deal, but I will go ahead and make that about $100 million, and that way he should join us over the Detroit Pistons, and yes, he will. So he's most interested in our deal, 4 years, $107 million. We could always move Amen Thompson back to the shooting guard, so I think I'm going to try and bring in Peyton Watson. He's been playing really good. He's a good defender. He can shoot the 3-ball. Currently, the Nuggets are offering him a 4-year, $44 million contract. Let's offer him a 4-year deal, paying him a little bit more than they are, and hopefully he takes our offer over theirs. And yes, he will, on a 4-year, $53 million contract. And even though we're signing Peyton Watson, I do still want to try and bring back Quentin Grimes. He was really good for us, so I'm going to offer him a 4-year deal, paying him about $5.5 million annually. And all 3 players will be accepting, so we bring in Jalen Duren and Peyton Watson and re-sign Quentin Grimes. For the backup position, I am contemplating between Jackson Hayes and Robert Williams, but honestly, I want to bring back Jackson Hayes. He was really good for us, shooting 70% from the field. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and offer him a deal. Let's see how much money we could offer him. He only wants a minimum, so I'll go ahead and give him a 2-year contract, which hopefully he accepts, and yes, he will. And I would say those were some pretty successful free agency signings. We're bringing Jalen Duren, Peyton Watson, and Quentin Grimes, but now I'm going to look to pull off some trades and upgrade our bench unit. Our backup small forward position is something I would like to upgrade, and that's because Jake LaRavia and Justin Edwards were not consistent 3-point shooters. And I seen this trade here with the Golden State Warriors where we could bring in Moses Moody. He's a good 3-point shooter, good defender, and we also get ourselves a 1st-round pick. So let's go ahead and pull off this trade with the Warriors, sending them Jake LaRavia and Justin Edwards for Moses Moody and their 2028 unprotected 1st-round pick. This past season, Rui Hachimura was our 6th man, but I am going to try and move on from him and bring in Matej Buzelis. I think Buzelis would be a phenomenal player to have as our 6th man, so I'm going to go ahead and offer the Chicago Bulls Rui Hachimura, Vic Ritchie, and an unprotected Golden State Warriors 1st-round pick. They do decline 2 1st-round picks, gets a trade done, and we land ourselves Matej Buzelis. We are here ready for this season with a new and upgraded 9-man rotation. So in our starting lineup, we have ourselves Luka Doncic, Amen Thompson, Peyton Watson, LeBron James, and Jalen Duren. Then off the bench, we have Buzelis, Quentin Grimes, Jackson Hayes, and Moses Moody. I definitely feel like our team now has a real shot at winning a championship. Let's go ahead and simulate the first few games of this season to see how we do. The first game is up against the Cavs. We do end up losing, but of course chemistry still is being built. We do defeat the Pacers 131 to 117. Luka with 34, 23 from LeBron, 20 from Thompson, and 20 from Jalen Duren. Let's see if we can also defeat the Houston Rockets here, and we do end up defeating them 137 to 115. LeBron had himself 36 points, Luka with the triple-double, 19 from Buzelis, and 12 from Amen Thompson. And this season we are rolling with a 4-star overall system proficiency balanced under our brand new head coach Jason Kidd. And now I'm going to start simulating here until the end of this season, but if there are any trades to be made, I will be stopping at the trade deadline to show you all. And at the end of this season, our boy Luka Doncic goes on to win a back-to-back MVP, this season averaging 27 points, 7 rebounds, 10.5 assists on 50, 42, 78 shooting splits. AJ Bonsa wins Rookie of the Year, Kevin Porter Jr. 6th man, Victor Wembanyama Defensive Player, Cooper Flag Most Improved, Ja Morant Clutch Player, our head coach Jason Kidd wins Coach of the Year, and we also win Executive. And of course, the MVP Luka Doncic makes it on all NBA first team. Will we get any more awards here? Let's see. All defensive team, we don't get Amen Thompson, but that is alright because we ended this season as the #1 seed, winning a total of 68 games and losing only 14. And our team was absolutely unstoppable, but now we need to win ourselves a championship. Let's take a look at player stats here for the regular season. So our leading scorer was none other than Luka Doncic, averaging 27. LeBron at age 42 was averaging 21 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. Another amazing season in the books. 17 from Thompson, 13 from Watson, 13 and 11 from Jalen Duren, and 13 from Buzelis. And this season we did have the #1 best offensive rating and the #1 best defensive rating. That is amazing. But in the first round of the playoffs, we are taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. They have themselves DeJounte Murray, Trey Murphy, Sadiq Bey, Zion Williamson, and Isaiah Stewart. Let's see how we do here in the first round against the Pelicans. Game number 1, we do end up winning, and LeBron dropped 35 points, 26 from Luka, 21 and 12 from Jalen Duren. Game number 2, we also going to win. We win game 3, and we go on a gentleman sweep the New Orleans Pelicans. So far here in the playoffs, Luka is averaging 30 points per game, and LeBron is averaging a 24.5 point double-double, 10.5 assists as well. In the second round of the playoffs, it looks like we're taking on the Phoenix Suns, who have themselves Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Grayson Allen, Michael Porter Jr., and Mark Williams. They also have Kobe White coming off the bench, still a pretty good team. Basically all their players are an 80 overall or higher. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1, we do end up winning. Luka with a 30-point double-double, LeBron with a 29-point double-double, and 14 from Buzelis. Game number 2, we also going to win. Luka dropping 28 points, 14 assists. Game 3, we win, and we also go on to sweep the Phoenix Suns, and now we've made it to the Western Conference Finals. Looks like we're taking on the OKC Thunder, who have themselves Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kaysen Wallace, J-Dub, Chet, and Isaiah Hartenstein. We were able to defeat this team last year, and last year we did not even have this good of a roster as we do currently, so hopefully we're able to defeat them once again. Game number 1, we do end up winning. 34 from Luka, 20 from Jalen Duren. Game number 2, we also going to win. Luka with 27, Duren with 25, and LeBron with 22. Game 3, we do fall short here, 140 to 129. Luka played amazing, so did LeBron, but our defense was pretty awful. Game 4 puts us up 3-1. We scored 153 points. Luka had 47, LeBron with 28, and 21 from Thompson. And are we going to gentlemen sweep the Thunder? Yes, we are. Luka Doncic goes on to win Western Conference Finals MVP, averaging a 33-point double-double. Cade Cunningham, Eastern Conference Finals MVP for the Detroit Pistons. And that means in the NBA Finals, we are taking on the Detroit Pistons. They have themselves Cade Cunningham, Anthony Simons, Ausar Thompson, Ron Holland, and Mitchell Robinson. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1, we do end up winning. LeBron with 31, Luka 25, 11, 22 from Thompson. We have a really good team here. We also win game 2. And whoa, Luka just had a 40-point triple-double, 40 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. LeBron with 15 and 9. And can we go up 3-0? Yes, we can. LeBron dropped 41 points with 10 assists. Unreal numbers here from LeBron James. Luka with a triple-double. Amen Thompson also with a triple-double. Let's jump into Simcast here in Game 4, where the Pistons do have home court advantage. And it looks like we took it to overtime, but finally ended up sweeping them, winning this game 144 to 139. Quentin Grimes led the way here with 22 from Thompson, 21 and 11 from LeBron James. It does look like Luka did foul out here in 28 minutes, but thankfully LeBron helped us win this game, and just like that, we going to win the Los Angeles Lakers a championship with Luka Doncic winning Finals MVP. He was averaging 26, 8, and 10 on 50, 48, 86 shooting splits. And just like that, we won LeBron James his 5th championship. Before I end out this video, let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats for the playoffs. We played a total of 17 games, and in those 17 games, our leading scorer was Luka, averaging 29, 7, and 10. 23 points from LeBron, 5 rebounds, and nearly 10 assists per game. He was basically averaging a 23-point double-double. 16 from Thompson, 15 from Duren, 13 from Watson, 11 from Buzelis, and 11 from Quentin Grimes. And in the NBA Finals, we played a total of 4 games. In those 4 games, LeBron James was our leading scorer, and honestly, I wish LeBron James went on to win Finals MVP because he was averaging more points per game than Luka. He was averaging 27, 3, and 10. He really wanted that 5th championship, and he got just that, winning his 5th championship before retiring. And then we had Luka averaging 26, 8, and 10, 21 from Thompson, 15 from Watson, and 12 from Moses Moody. Now that is going to be it for today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K26 videos, and click here on the screen to watch my latest upload. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.